So I've done AEW, Ring of Honor, Impact, NWA, CZW, JCW. We were like one of the main tag teams that actually were a tag team. So I was still trying to find who I was. Maybe I'll start painting my face a little bit. I wrestled Stevie Richards and I just happened to cut a little bit of my hair and left it. I said, I'm never cutting this hair. I walk through and it gives them something to hate on me when I was a babyface. I was just being myself more. And then I, added this, added that. I stopped throwing the glitter, started popping confetti off. And every show that I did, I developed a character a little bit more. It was a boost moment that I could be like, yo, I just did Ring of Honor. But I'm pretty sure I was on the Future of Honor roster. I started believing in Foxx Vinyer. Anything we wanted to do, he's like, hey, let's do it. I've always been into music and everything. I was just training and mimicking what Vic would do. I feel like I could wrestle anybody and have a fun match. He's like, congratulations, you're number 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, hosted by Coach C, Chris Sanders, this is Best for Business.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. Another episode of Best for Business. I'm absolutely pumped for this one. Foxx Vinyer, man, thank you so much for joining me for this one.
What goes on?
It's completely crazy to me. I say it like I was telling you earlier. I was drawing pictures of you at like 13, 14 years old. And the fact that we're doing this, man, thank you, man.
I had it on my case for a long time, and I don't know where it went because I moved a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
But I remember it vividly because I got it a little bit wet, and it had like the paint you put on was smearing down.
Damn. I have it. I was just looking the other day. I have it in a binder, signed up, everything. So, man, so thank you for everything because it's crazy after all these years. I met you when I was like 12 and now I'm 20.
No, I'm almost 40 now.
So one thing I'm curious about, one thing I've loved about Foxx Vinyer, where would you say, it probably isn't a direct thing, but where was Foxx Vinyer's creativity from?
Dude, I don't even know. I think I just always been that way because as a member of the, oh, my bad, I've recently come across that I am very much suffering from ADHD, as I've learned recently. So if I talk over you and if I sound rude, that's why. Other than that, piss off. But yeah, just everything is just, I just want everything to like be creative in my mind. Like as a kid, I always played with action figures by myself while like if I couldn't go out and all the other kids were having fun outside playing, I'm like, oh, I guess I'll just go down the basement and see what Spider-Man's up to.
Yeah.
See if Spider-Man can take on Bret Hart tonight.
One thing I'm curious about when you going from playing with action figures and expressing your creativity this way, how does Foxx Vinyer the wrestler start?
Well, I've always loved wrestling as a kid and everything. And the way I got into the biz, as some would want to say, so my original tag partner, my best friend from 7th grade, Rob Coleman, he moved away from high school in 9th grade. So I didn't see him all throughout high school. Maybe here and there, like a basketball game, because even though he was only 2 towns over, we didn't really hang out.
Yeah.
He played for the rival team. So after, graduation, all that shit, I happened to see him drive by me when I was with my other best friend. I was like, yo, is that Rob? I don't know. We haven't seen him. Let's go find him. So we followed this car, just assuming it was him. And then he got out of the car and it was him. And I was like, yo, what's up, man? What's going on? He's like, oh, I'm working up at Gold's Gym. I'm training. I'm going to go train to be a wrestler. There's a wrestler there that works out. And he hooked me up with this trainer. The wrestler that hooked him up, that worked out there, was Oman Tortuga. If anyone remembers the Outcast Killers, they were in ROH. It was him. It was Oman Tortuga and Diablo Santiago.
Yep.
They were like OG ROH. Like they were there. So he hooked him up, and then he's like, "Yo, I'm gonna go up there." And I was like, thinking to myself, when I was 13, Kenny Casanova allowed a bunch of people to come to the ring. You pay $8, and it's like a kids camp. Like you hang out, pay the $8. He'll record you and do the commentary and give you your videotape back. And we had to use a camera.
Yeah.
And like, so he'd be like, yo, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yo, I was in a ring once. I was in a ring when I was 13. I know how to do stuff. Let me go check it out with you, man. And then I went up and I was like, yo, I love this. I want to try. But I had no job, no
Mhm.
money. I was 21 in 2006. And I'm like, man, I talked to the trainer, JP Black. And I was like, sir, I would love to train, but I have no money.
Mhm.
He's like, well, get a job, get some money, and I'll gladly train you. And by circumstance, the next morning, my phone rang from a pizza shop that I applied to, and we're like, would you like to come drive? We need a driver.
Wow.
And I went in on that Monday and I said, hey, do you mind if I get my week's pay early? I haven't worked a minute yet. And the boss was like, okay, gave it to me. And I went the next day and I handed JP Black money for the wrestling. And then I started. We trained from like February to November of that year.
Wow.
Every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. We mixed it up.
Mhm. So I'm curious with this story. Your friend that was driving, is he like anything with wrestling that you just followed your friend around or no?
Is he doing anything with wrestling
Did
now?
he ever?
Yeah, yeah. Well, we were a tag team.
No, I'm saying the one you said you were hanging with like your current best friend and you
Oh
just
no,
found
well,
Rob.
yeah, we were all in the same friend group. We're all still friends to this day, you know.
Nice.
No, but ironically enough, my friend that I was driving with, Bob,
Mhm.
we have Bob and Rob.
Yeah.
Bob looked exactly like the Big Show.
Nice. Yeah.
So every time Big Show would get a haircut in the Attitude Era,
Mhm.
Bob just happened to get it.
Love it.
And I made the silly, embarrassing thing of when I was at AEW, I saw Big Show, and he's telling a story, and then after he was done, he walked away, and I tapped him. I said, "Excuse me." I go, "I've been wanting to tell you this for like 15 years. Every time I seen you somewhere, but you look," and I pulled up a picture of my friend. I said, "You look exactly like my friend, or my friend looks like you." And he's like, "Oh, sorry for your friend," and then walked away. But yeah,
Wow.
we used to call, and my trainer JP Black still calls my friend Bob the Bob Show to this day.
Love it.
How's the Bob Show doing?
So
Because
you
he looks
talk about your friendship with Rob. So when does the idea behind capital punishment start?
day one.
Nice.
Like we used to wrestle each other in the backyard for the WDWF, the Waterville District Wrestling Federation. Waterville's not a district, I don't think, but he would come to school with carpet and paper plates and made his own title. And he'd walk around like he was big shit, like, yeah. And we would legit wrestle in the hallway.
Love it.
And like my brother, who was 2.5 years older, so we're in seventh grade, so he's in ninth grade, so he's like a high schooler,
Mhm.
just comes in, double leg take down the Rob, and just puts him in the sharpshooter in the middle of the hallway. And then Oz Rap's tapping out. My brother just grabs the bell and said, "It's mine now." I guess we'll have to make a new one.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then like we were training and we're like, yo, we should be a tag team. Like we were originally gonna be called Graphic Nature because we liked going to the club. He would talk to girls because I have no personality. But and then it was like, hey, well, we're from the capital. Let's punish people. Let's be generic. And so then we just put it together and became generic Steves.
I
And then
love it.
just fucking doing the bores.
So one of the places that I'm curious about how your opportunity comes, I love it. I've been here interviewing a lot of the old school chaotic guys, and they tell me their story. How does Foxx Vinyer go to NWA on fire?
I was up, well, me and Rob were up at IWE
Uh-huh.
in Maine. Shout out to Jive and Jimmy Eric Johnson. He was always good to us. And they happened to Mario Savoldi happened to like work with Eric about like, hey, we want to bring NWA on fire from Jersey into Maine.
Hmm.
And there we were.
Nice.
And we were like one of the main tag teams that actually were a tag team, like that had tag team music that me and Rob customly rapped. And
Wow.
because we were rappers back then.
Yeah.
So we're like, yo, let's make our own song, man.
Yeah.
And it was hype. The shit was hype. Boy.
Nice.
Yeah, and then on Fire, we were just there every week. Like I heard I don't know, I watched your Julian one, Mexico, Maine.
Hmm. Yeah.
Middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
But we would go out there and they were like, hey, we're gonna put you with the Rock God. He's gonna be your manager, and you're gonna come out, and we would do like Tommy's Corner, which is
Mhm.
Tommy Savoli's like He'd be like, "Hey, you guys some capital punishment," and we would do our little promo in the ring, and it was cool because they would have it on. I don't know if Mario had it on TV down there, but Eric had television in Maine, IWE,
Yeah.
which was mainly out of Bangor and Fairfield, Waterville.
Yeah.
But he a big radius of where his our TV show would air.
Nice.
And so like it was cool when we have a show and wake up in the hotel and it's 11 o'clock in the morning and you hear like you put on whatever random channel, it's like IWE, see the stars, and it's like Ray James or Mercedes or
Yeah.
whoever, like all the chaotic guys and everything, and then it was like NWA on Fire comes to Waterville, Maine,
Nice.
and then Mario and Little Mario and Tommy R.I.P. just happened to like me and Rob. Rob, if anyone doesn't know, at the time Rob's about 6'2", 6'3" with boots on,
Mhm.
360 pounds. Like, looks like Umaga. Like, his favorite wrestler of all time is Umaga.
Mhm.
And even, like, when we changed and we started tagging a little bit differently, he started wearing, like, Umaga-style tights, took the boots off, and went, like, he's like, no, I'm Samoan. They love me. I don't know, man. But, like, but yeah, so, like, just tagging it. We got the tag titles. I believe we beat I forget the name of their team, but I think it was Fala, or
And
maybe Fala wasn't there and
Congo?
Justin, huh?
Was it Congo?
No,
Okay.
it was Makua.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Makua and Fala, I believe, were a tag team, and one of them wasn't there, so Justin Carino stepped in,
Love it.
and we beat him. And like, there's a picture I have somewhere on one of my Facebooks that I'm clotheslining him over the top, and I look like trash. He looks amazing, and we won the belts. And the best thing is, they're like, hey, does anyone have matching titles? And we just happened to have the big gold. Like
Yeah.
my other friend took it from a Best Buy. That was like they had it up in their speaker thing, and he just snagged it.
Nice.
And Rob bought one from like a Monday Night Raw when
Mhm.
they came to town. And we're like, we have two of these. So they actually made those the title. They're like, here.
Nice.
And that was on one day we came in and IW's like, hey, you're getting our tag titles tonight? Like, oh. And
Yeah.
then we got stuck in traffic because we were 6 hours away, 7 hours away. So we'd have to go through all New York, like upstate New York, all the way through all Massachusetts traffic,
Yeah.
up New Hampshire, Maine. But yeah, we got there just in time, and I was like, I feel, let me change real quick. Luckily, I just wore like crappy Lucha shorts.
Yeah.
Shout out to everyone who's still wearing it.
Is there an NWA on Fire match or moment that sticks out to you?
I think our tag title run was
Yeah.
pretty good because
Nice.
like we were like top stars.
Mhm.
It was like, here's Cap Pun, and then it was like, I don't know if you remember the what he changed his gimmick. It was like Big Business, Pharaoh, Giant Pharaoh.
Yeah. Yeah. I seen him like a year ago
I saw him at a show too. I did in Rhode Island. I was like, yo, do you remember
on New World Wrestling Extreme, I think.
there was one of those shows, I believe, and
Yeah.
then some other show.
Nice.
But yeah. So he was like the big star on the show, and of course we're like a year and a half in.
Mhm.
I'm like, hey, Apollo was their heavyweight champion at the time. It was cool. Like, it was cool coming in because like Brian Fury and
Yeah.
like Julian Starr and all these cats were there, and we're like, hey, here we are from New York. We've wrestled for a year and a half right now.
Mhm.
What are we doing? We had no idea, but
Yeah.
it was just cool that we got the opportunity to be like pushed a little bit, which brought us from IWE and NWA and Fire down to like Jason Rumble's spot.
Nice. Yeah.
And we weren't champs there. We had a tag feud there,
Yeah.
or like we were the main tag team in his little division, and then we feuded, had a dog collar match and everything.
Nice.
Anthony Green commentated that match for me.
What a
Yeah.
career you have. I love it.
Yeah, and that's only in the first 2 years.
So is capital punishment in 2025 ever going to have a return?
I don't know. He wants to. I know. I ask him all the time because now Rob's a dad. His kid loves Cody Rhodes. He's 4 or 5 years old now.
Nice.
Try to talk him into it, like, wrestle for your boy. I'll wrestle you. lay down for nobody. But I tried talking him into it. We did reunite maybe 2018 ish, maybe
Okay.
earlier at Dynasty.
Nice.
So we wrestled JD JD Drake
Yep.
and his partner at the time. I'd have to look it up,
Yeah.
but
I'll
it was
put the facts in there somewhere. It'll be in there.
yeah. I have all my matches written down. So
Nice.
and so yeah, I remember, and that was a fun match because I was like, I was fireworking it up, so it was cool to like revert back to the old
Yeah.
character, try to like mesh with Rob, and then Rob came back for a little bit and did like an MMA style gimmick because he was training Muay Thai just to like lose weight, which
Yeah.
he lost so much weight that he's not imposing anymore. Get to the gym, brother.
Yeah. So
But
so you talk about it, you mentioned the word fireworks. So what's the inspiration behind that?
so I wrestled. So like I said, I was just generic Steve, man.
Yeah.
Like bald head, barely a beard, no tattoos. Well, I mean, I had some, but they were like here and there's.
Yeah.
Wasn't anything special to me. Um, and barely any muscle tone.
Hmm.
Like it was nothing. I was just like, hey, cool, I'm 24.
Yeah.
And so then like Rob was like, I'm going singles, man. I'm like, what do you mean? Like this is what do you mean? Like I had no idea. Like we went to an ROH seminar as a team, and then he's like, yo, I'm gonna be singles. I'm like, what do you mean? I have no idea how to wrestle. I don't know.
Mhm.
I can't talk because he did all the talking at the time.
Yeah.
I just stood there going, yeah. Like
Love it.
but so the way Firework came is there was a company ran by Warpath in Buffalo area.
Okay.
Primal Warpath. He's like the ultimate warrior out there.
Uh-huh.
Great dude, great dude. And he was like, "Hey, we want to try some other stuff with you. I have this song called Fox on the Run." And I listened to it. And I was like, "This is garbage. This is absolute trash." And then I found like a metal cover of it that was a little more exciting.
Yeah.
I said, "Can I use this?" Because again, at this point, I'm only 4 years in, maybe. So I really
Mhm.
I don't even know myself. I'm just like, yeah, I'll do anything for a booking. It's cool. I'm going out here, yada yada.
Yeah.
And then so I took like I had this jacket from Burlington Coat Factory. They used to have like suit jackets that had like um crosses and stuff on the back.
Yeah.
And we buy them in the hood and we go to the club or something.
Yeah.
So I took one and I got this fabric and I cut it into there was a red and a white fabric. It was like kind of tinselly looking. So
Mm.
I cut it and I literally stapled it. So it looked like a Macho Man jacket.
Yeah.
And I was like, click, click, click. And I was like, oh, I'll just firework and do whatever. I threw like glitter, like legit glitter, until it got into like people's gear. And they're like, my wife thinks we're at the club or it's going to get in someone's eye. And I was like, wear protection, brother. But so I went out there and I was like, all right, let me try stuff. And it was cute.
Mhm.
Like everyone's like, yeah, this guy's Macho Man.
Yeah.
No. So I was still trying to find who I was. So I was like, maybe I'll start painting my face a little bit. Well, actually, I grew my hair first
Hmm.
because I was like, I wrestled Stevie Richards in Pennsylvania. He was my first name.
Hmm.
And I just happened to cut a little bit of my hair and left it. And I
Yeah.
put a bandana on and I wrestled him and it came off. And as it came off, the crowd, hey, you missed a spot. Hey, who's your barber? Blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. All the generic stuff, right?
Yeah.
And I walked through the curtain. The promoter was like, that was a good match. I said, thank you. Did you hear the crowd? He's like, yeah, they really like making fun of you. I said, I'm never cutting this hair.
Nice. Wow.
Instantly, I walk through and it gives them something to hate on me when I was a babyface
Hmm.
or when I was a heel.
Yeah.
They just get, hey, you missed the spot. Hey, who's your barber? All this, landing strip, all this stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I just let it keep growing.
Hmm.
And I used to deliver produce in a warehouse, and my one buddy Matt in the fish department was like, Foxy, Foxy, let me see your hair. And before I fried it and burnt it,
Hmm.
it was like
Yeah.
super flowy. Like there was a lot.
Yeah.
And like and it was brown and black or whatever my hair is. And I used to be able to curl it into a heart
Wow.
and it would stay. And so I was like, maybe I'll paint my face a little bit. So I like started painting like a little diamond above my ear or my eye, and then like two more above it, and like kind of went back on my head and stuff.
Hmm.
And I'm like, okay. And it was August, and I was in Slam All-Star Wrestling up in St. Albans, Vermont, and it was a 10-man tag match. Me and like four other dudes against my best friend and tag partner on the other side, and like Shane Alden and some other cats.
Yeah.
And Shane's doing a promo of, he's like, you know what? You guys out there are gonna be beat up. And I was just walking, and I don't know if you know who Goldar is from the Power Rangers,
Mm-hmm.
but I literally just did his voice and mocked Shane. I was like, he's gonna do it. And I
Yeah.
look across the ring, and Rob is legit like,
Yeah.
he broke. And I
Yeah.
was like, okay, Playboy, I'm gonna make you laugh this entire match. And I just happened to paint it, but it was so hot that it dripped down into my beard.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, I'm gonna leave it. I don't care. It's Vermont. There's 50 people, whatevs. And then after we had a 3.5 hour car ride home, and he's like, dude, you have to do that. He's like, I'm like,
Wow.
what? He's like, you were just being yourself, having fun out there instead of trying to be like this badass guy.
Nice.
Just do that.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll try.
Yeah.
So then I slowly was like, oh, what's cool? Because I was the Vindicator Foxx Vinyer
Mm-hmm.
after Alpha Flight Vindicator from Marvel.
Yeah.
I had a Fleer Ultra card. I was like, Vindicator, Vindicator. That's cool.
Love it.
So I was like, all right, sick. And then like I was like, oh, Firework's cool because it's, to me, a firework is, and I still tell people today when they say, hey, elevator, pitch me firework. Violent and vibrant and pretty to look at. But if you mess with it the wrong way, you might get hurt.
Love it. Yeah.
You know, think of like those tree frogs. Hey, that's a pretty color, but you know it's poisonous not to mess with it.
Yeah. I love
Same
it.
thing. Bright colors. Oh, that guy's dangerous.
Yeah.
So then I started putting stuff together. Like I had a yellow boot, a white boot, orange sock, purple sock, and just
Mm-hmm.
trying to be colors.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went to ROH and they were like, make everything match. So then I was like, maybe I should try to be something. And then I really got into like getting into shape.
Yeah.
And then like putting together a character, which is just me.
Mm-hmm.
If anyone's like talked to me outside wrestling, it's like how I'm talking to you right now. Like this is just Firework is. And then I was like, oh, okay, I'll paint my face this way. And then I'll put whatever color will match in my beard, yada, yada. And then just started blossoming into, at first I really wanted it to be a gay character.
Mm-hmm.
So I was doing like as much gay stuff as I could because I knew people would be mad about it.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is fun. Because I
Yeah.
wanted to be like, because like I have a lot of gay family.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I know gay people in my family who don't look like they'll mess you up, but boy, have they.
Yeah.
Like, and I always wanted that to be a thing like, oh, look at that, blah, 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 Fox in the ring. Oh, and then they see the match and they're like, oh, that guy can really mess people up.
Yeah.
The toughest guy, like, oh, that dude could mess people up. I don't care if he's like shimmying.
Yeah.
And then like I was just being myself more. And then I, added this, added that. I stopped throwing the glitter, started popping confetti off. Waves and curls, stop taking my stuff.
I'm gonna clip that and send it to them.
Flip it to him. Stop wearing my colors. No, I wanted us to do a 6-man at some point somewhere. It would be awesome.
I think it'll happen.
We ain't cleaning it up though.
So one thing I'm curious about when you talk about the face paint, is there like inspiration when you do it for the styles and the way you do? I know you said the colors, but like the
The
style.
only ones that I actually did when I call myself sometimes the killer whale of pro wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
So like everyone's like, oh, I'm a shark and I'm going for blood.
Yeah.
Okay, well, guess what hunts a shark down? A killer whale. So I would do like just a black fin above my eye, and then 2 triangles, whatever color I was popping.
Yeah.
And then I would do the other eye black, and then put like a little bit of blah 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 to make it look like a firework. And
Yeah.
that was it. But then sometimes I'm like, all right, maybe I'll put more colors on. I was in Maine, and they kept chanting because a lot of people, even when I did Ring of Honor, they're like, he's the love child of the missing link.
Mm-hmm.
And the missing link had green face, like a whole face of green,
Yeah.
and stupid hair in the back.
Yeah.
I look nothing like him. So I was like, all right, Maine. They're chanting and saying missing link, boo. So the next day, paint my face green, a little bit of pink in there, put the blue around the eyes, like how literally did missing link.
Yeah.
come out. Come on, Ninja Turtle. What the?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, all right, I quit.
Yeah.
But now I try to keep it very like now I just do like a three pronger. Like if I can put my hand like this,
Yeah.
and then I'll just dash a little bit of stuff.
Yeah.
Because depending on where I am, it's really hot and it does come off, and then I get like, ah, well, can't be the character now. I'm
Yeah.
gonna get all mad and sad about it. So I try to keep it simple, and but yeah, it starts to work out, kind of, you
Yeah.
know.
So when you look at your career, what would you say are Fox Vinyer's like first big opportunities in wrestling?
What would you consider opportunity? Like working for a major company, working a name, getting a title? What do
I
you?
mean, it's up to you. Like, what would you see like your first big moments in wrestling? I guess you could say, or
Hmm.
like maybe a first big test.
So in 2013,
Uh,
after we leaving a show in Maine, I think it might have been an NWA on Fire show
yeah.
or a IWE, Rob and I were like, let's run our own Fed. Let's start our own. So we did. We wrote
Yeah.
down, and we had 6 hours of drive, so we wrote down everyone that we liked in New England.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, we like him, we like him, we like him, we
Who's
like
at
him.
the top of that list? Do you think? You remember?
Well, all the dudes like Brian Fury.
Yeah.
We had him Thor. He stopped wrestling. I can't think of his real name though, but he was Rumble Crunch.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we asked him like, dude, we want you to be Thor in our Fed. Like, so we like ran the gimmick, and it was from we called it 787, which was just a strip of highway in our town.
Yeah.
Well, in Albany, in the capital region where we're from, that goes from Cohoes all the way down to Albany. It's like total of 15 miles maybe. And I was like, let's not run anywhere else but anywhere on this strip of highway.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I want to work names. I want to do something. So the first thing I did was work Bobby Fish.
Nice.
And when we were training, me and Rob were tagging. I was like, yo, JP, we want to be a tag. So he's like, oh, you guys want to tag? So the next day we had training, an 8-hour training day.
Mhm.
So we walk in like, yeah, we're getting changed. We're going to change. And here comes Bobby Fish. And JP's like, I'm teaming with him today. You're working out and we're going to do tag stuff. Oh, cool. We're going to learn some tag. Oh, wait, no, that's not it. Here's the Outcast Killers. What do you mean? Oh,
Yeah.
that's not it. Here's the Now. What do you mean? So, and they just beat us up. Like I had to walk with a walker the next day. I was so sore. I couldn't
Wow.
do it. And I was like, hey, who could take the best spine buster? Who could do that? Take an elbow the best? And so I was like, I want to work Bobby. We have a good relationship.
Mhm.
I know him. Like we ended up traveling a little bit on the road for Ring of Honor. Like we would go, it was like me, him, and Dalton Castle because we were all from the
Nice.
same area. And I
Yeah.
was like, yo, let's ride. And so that was like my first test of like, can I hang with these people? I'm main eventing a sold out first show that we had, 450 people.
Yeah.
Can I do it? I look back at it and I'm like, ugh. Because there was one spot where he's like, hey, I'm gonna do something and then I'm gonna strut like Ric Flair.
Hmm.
And I'm like, okay. And then I go to do it and I do some weird thing.
Yeah.
Jeff Jarrett, like a picking up a quarter or something. I don't know. And I just get so embarrassed watching because I'm like, yeah, watch this. I remember saying to somebody as I was walking out, ready for that Foxx Vinyer pop. And I come out, I'm like, yeah, hometown, come on, town, I'm in. And so the finish, Bobby throws me up, hits his move,
Hmm.
and I swear he said, kick out. So 1, 2, ha, oh, death stare. Picks me up, puts me on the rope. Bobby's trained in Muay Thai and
Yeah.
all this. And it was just wham to the chest,
Hmm.
wham to the chest. I look over as Sally look at JP, my trainer. He's like, and it was just like not like anything mean or anything. It was just like I got to stiff kick you because you just kicked out of my finish, and I'm currently the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champion.
Yeah.
I was like, that ain't shit to me. But like it was cool because I went from working with Bobby, and then the next show was Oman, which really, and every show that I did, I developed a character a little bit more.
Nice.
So I went from being whatever to, oh, change my look a little bit. I went from
Yeah.
wearing shorts in one day to tights to a singlet to whatever. And then
Yeah.
eventually Firework was born, and I was like, all right, never doing that again.
So you done promoting?
Yeah, I mean we ran for 6 months, and our first show sold the second show, second to the third,
Yeah.
and we were running Sundays at 2 o'clock. Our first show was Sunday, 2 o'clock in February,
Wow.
football season
Yep.
in New York, upstate, which is Patriots, all Buffalo, everyone's playing.
Yeah.
But like trying to get people to like do the ticket gimmick, like, hey man, can you sell 10 tickets? No. You don't have 10 people that want to see you in your hometown where you never wrestle.
Yeah.
Why are you on our show?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we would bring in people. Like we had one match. We wasted all the talent in one match. It was Bobby versus Colin Delaney versus Dalton. Like we brought everybody in. They
Yeah.
played basketball during the match for some reason. But like, um, we were like had names and we were having good stuff. We had like, and like slowly we were building. Like the entrance was getting better. Like stuff was getting better. And then we were like, let's just dumb it down. Don't even worry about the entrance. Let's just have good matches and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So then after 6 months, I'm like, all right, man, like it's just me and you, Rob. I'm not going to be a champion in my own company.
Yeah.
I'm going to go try to do other stuff. And then
Nice.
we just stopped. I mean, we'll probably run again someday,
Oh,
but we'll see what happens. We have
so
to,
when you said you wanted to
yeah.
go on and do some other stuff, I mean, when you look at your career, you've done some pretty cool things. So the first thing I want to ask you, how does Foxx Vinyer go to Impact Wrestling?
I was at PPW
Nice.
and I wrestled in a six-man against I think it was me and King Leon and Adina Steele
Uh-huh.
versus can't think of who else. I have to look it up. And Disco Inferno and Melina.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember going over the match. I said to Melina, I said, hey, can you give me an arm drag? Because if not, I didn't really work you in the match. You're just there.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be able to write down, oh, I wrestled with Melina,
Yeah.
wrestled Disco Inferno.
Yeah.
And she was like, hell yeah. And then she came in and arm dragged the shit out of me and King Leon. And like, it was really good.
Yeah.
And then of course Disco, he was awesome.
Yeah.
Took the power slam, did all the stuff.
Yeah.
There's a picture somewhere of me Irish whipping him. It's pretty cool. So like, and he was like, yeah, we're 'cause I think he was at Impact at the time.
Mm.
He was like, yeah, we're running the arena next week. And I'm like television? He's like, yeah. Well, okay. So I went.
Nice.
And I used to like at the Mid Hudson Civic Center, like I would train with like Vic of the Now.
Oh, yeah.
Hale was there. And Tommy, Dreamer.
Yeah.
It's his school. He's there. They're training. I go work out, shoot the shit with Tommy. We, training, tells me, hey, pull your hair more, do this, do that.
Mm.
And so when I went, I showed up, I helped out, and I was like, hey, if you have anything, that'd be great. He's like, we'll see. Don't bother me. Peace. So they didn't have anything. I think I did like a security thing, and then they were doing night 2.
Mm-hmm.
So I went again, same thing, just to hang out. Hey, I'm here. If you have anything. And he was like, didn't I tell you not to bother me, Foxy Vinyer? I said, I'm not bothering you, Tommy. I'm just telling you I'm here, man.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, you can't do that confetti shit tonight, though. I got you in this, that. Okay.
Nice.
Put me with the other cat, and we did the handicap against Madman Fulton.
Yep.
So he was cool because like me and him and Sammy, I drove them around like when they're like, hey, you guys want to get an energy drink or something? I'll take you to the store or whatever, just helping out because they needed a ride somewhere. And I did a seminar with Sammy somewhere, and he was like, dude, you just look cool. And I said, I was literally just standing there like this. And he was like, you just look cool, man.
Yeah.
And he put me on an Impact show, like in like a 6-man opening match.
Yeah.
That was like early in the year, like January. So like when I was there in May, when when Impact happened, he was kind of like with the Iggy as well, like, hey,
Yeah.
Because I was one with them, he liked the look, and then did the handicap, and I begged. If you watch any match that I do that's like a television or big match, that's like when I did Brian Cage, I begged him, hey, do you do a spine buster? I can, I just don't really. It's like, you should do one.
Yeah.
Madman Fulton, you're 8 foot tall. Can you do a spine buster to me? I take them really well. I used to do these contests so I could see who could take the best one with the Now.
Nice. Who won those contests?
Me, that's why I'm on TV taking a spine buster.
Nice.
but yeah, so you see, you'll watch Madman give me a huge spine buster,
Yeah.
and then I had Brian gave me one too, and like so after the impact, like that was cool,
Yeah.
and then somebody sent me a thing when I was playing like Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
And someone was like, you talk to him, and I try to put myself over on the game all the time. Like, hey guys, you like wrestling? I wrestle.
Mm.
One of the cats that I became friends with was like, hey man, and sent me a link where it was like fans who attack wrestlers.
Uh,
And apparently in the match that I did, a fan jumped the thing to attack Sammy on the outside.
wow.
And I was like, oh, so I'm in this like top 10 wrestlers who attack fans like
Yeah.
YouTube video. And I was like,
Yeah.
that's cool. I had no idea that happened.
One thing I love about Foxx Vinyer, I'm curious, how does Ring of Honor start and Future of Honor for you? Because at the time, Future of Honor was starting to build a lot of steam.
So I don't know if they'll say this, but the OG ROH is probably not around right now. But I'm pretty sure I was on the Future of Honor roster
Mhm.
that they were building with all of us,
Yeah.
all 50 or whoever. Because so, like I said earlier, Rob's like, "Hey, ROH is doing a seminar.
Mhm.
I want to go. It's $300." I go, $300? Where am I
Yeah.
going to get that money? So I got the money. I paid. We went. Jim Cornette was like at the time the head guy,
Yeah.
and we did our little thing. He hated our promo because I was like, "Hey, what if we just try to wrap it back and forth? Like I'll say, something here, and you say hubba dubba dubba, and we'll try to go back and forth like
Yeah.
each other's sentences." It didn't work out. So the next night we just punched each other, or he talked and I hit him. Like I
Nice.
said,
Yeah.
Cornette was like, "That was way better than everything. Thank
No.
you." So then that was the first seminar in 2012.
Hmm.
Where I'm about, so that was November 2012. I started July 2009. So just 3 years into going to a seminar, and at the seminar, they're like, "Does anyone not know who our Ring of Honor heavyweight champion is?" Like, I know everything. I had no idea who anybody was. My best friend who passed away, he loved Ring of Honor. Rob watched Ring of Honor. They would go to Boston and watch it. I had
Hmm.
no idea about anything,
Yeah.
but I went.
Yeah.
And then we did another one. Well, I did another one because Rob's like, "Hey, I'm going to do it." And then I paid, and then he never went. And I was like, cool, I'm on my own.
Yeah.
So him not going anywhere kind of is why I'm where I am today. So
Wow.
thanks for quitting. No, so like I went to the seminar, did it,
Yeah.
went to another one, did it. I did 8 in total
Hmm.
over the years from 2012 to 15.
Nice. Yeah.
And they had a Future of Honor thing after so at one of the seminars, they had a show that night in Delaware, which is probably about an hour, hour and a half, maybe two
Mm.
from Bristol, where they had the seminar.
Yeah.
And like, so they're like, we encourage everybody to go down there with no promises of anyone on the show or anything like that. So I went, I was like, I'm going to go do it. You never know. And they literally picked names out of a hat.
Wow.
And I was like, they picked dude out, and I was like, no, I think it was like Johnny Knockout or someone. And then it was like Dalton Castle. He was pissed. He's like, I don't want to debut like this. And then they're like, in Foxx Vinyer. And I was like, oh.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm gonna be on Ring of Honor. Like I'm solidifying what my journey, my whatever I'm doing.
Yeah.
And like it was a gauntlet match with Bobby, with Fish, and like like I said, Dalton didn't really want to be in the match because he didn't want. He knew himself. He knew his character. He knew what he was
Yeah.
going to do. I was like, yeah. So if you watch the video, I like walk out and I'm kind of like, I'm pulling my hair like you're gonna get it. I had no idea what I was doing. I just had hair and I painted my face a little bit, but I didn't paint all the way because I think, like I said, Johnny Knockout or someone was painted completely like Venom or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't paint to compete with that.
Yeah.
You know? So I come out and I do whatever, and then I know I got a cool elbow spot that I stole from Triple H and The Rock, and then I did my Topanga Unchained. The whole sequence is duck a line, drop down, power slam.
Mm.
The drop down, ironically, I took from Bobby as a. I saw him do it at a match, and I was like, "That's cool. I'm gonna do it to pay homage to Bobby because he trained with me and helped me like start."
Yeah.
So I got to do it to him, which was cool.
Yeah.
He ate the power slam, and then he made me tap out. And then it was like, cool, they spelled Fox wrong, Fox. I was sad about that. But I paid for that pay-per-view when it aired.
Nice.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna pay for it. I'm gonna see it. And that was like it was a boost moment that I could be like, yo, I just did Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
And then I started believing in Foxx Vinyer.
Nice.
You can see from that episode where I'm in like my orange and black tag team gear,
Mhm.
and then I start and the other shit. I'm in Firework. Firework is we found him,
Yeah.
and like so I went to another one, and then I would go to the seminars, and I beg Kevin Kelly or ask him, how do I get into the top prospect tournament? I want to be considered.
Mhm.
You guys have seen me every 3 months at a seminar improve my body, improve my look, improve it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you guys are watching me grow. You're helping me grow. I'm here. I went down and I worked out with Berger and Delirious at the school,
Yeah.
like twice, 3 times maybe.
Nice.
But I remember getting in the ring with Delirious, and I like, and then we stopped. He's like, Fox, don't work with me, man. Just wrestle.
Mhm.
And I was like, all right. No. And then we just chained around and like worked out in the ring. He's like, don't worry about trying to get a job right now or anything. It's not like, just work out with us.
Yeah.
So then I did. And then like, went back another time and just worked out,
Yeah.
And then again, I would go to every Ring of Honor show. You would see me. If you look through all the tapes, I'm carrying a table out for Bobby Fish. I'm getting kicked in the face by the Young Bucks. Like, I'm in everything. I'm the only security guard who has a hat because I didn't want my hair to be seen. The first one I ever did was that final battle. I'm wearing like jorts,
Mhm.
holding Tommaso Ciampa back.
Yeah.
Like, hey man. And they're like, do you have any black pants or anything? I'm like, no. I like took a train for the first time in my life to get here. I have no idea what's happening. Get out of here, cat. Like, yeah, I'll send you the picture. You put up with it.
Yeah.
Of me holding Tommaso back.
Yeah.
And like, again, I was like, this is crazy.
Mhm.
So I kept asking, how do I get in? What do I do? And then it was June of 2015. I'm like, Kevin, I want to be in the goddamn tournament. I've seen all these guys get in. Because I was at the seminar where Taven got picked up, QT Marshall got picked up,
Yeah.
Vinny, the boys,
Yeah.
everybody. I'm just watching them go by me.
Mhm.
Okay, bye. Hey, what about me?
Yeah.
And then Kevin was like, hey, you're in the tournament. And I was like, at the gym, eyes welled up, like,
Yeah.
and then December comes around, and here's boom, Action Ortiz. First person in. Another guy. And I'm like, where's this other guy?
Mhm.
I wasn't there. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I go, hey. And so I message. I'm like, Kevin, like, am I in? What happened? What's going on? I don't see a graphic from me. And he's like, hey, sorry, like, to let you know, like, but like, we decided to go, like, Delirious or whoever was booking, decided to go a different way. And he's like, I understand if you don't want to come down to North Carolina. Because I was like, yo, I'm coming down. I already told Ortiz, because I was like, hey, man, we'll travel together. You're on my way down,
Yeah.
And we had the relationship because we worked out at Dreamers and stuff. So
Nice.
I knew Ben for a long time. And like, I was like, all right, cool. There won't be no heat if I don't come down. Why waste my 12-hour drive,
Yeah.
And then he's like, nah, no heat. And I hung up. And I was like, nah, I already told Ben I'm going to drive. I'm not going to let him down.
Yeah.
So Ben slept the whole way. Thanks, Action Ortiz. Way to be a brother. So then I was like, yeah, oh well. But on the website, it was like a fatal 4-way, the largest world Ring of Honor, the largest Ring of Honor top prospect tournament ever in history. 12 men,
Yeah.
And the first 4, it said Ken Phoenix versus LSG versus David Starr versus question mark.
Yep.
I get down to North Carolina. We set the ring up. Everyone's sitting there. LSG comes over. Hey, congrats, man. You're number 4. What are you talking about? Another dude. Hey, congrats. You're number 4. Hey, you're number 4. Hey, you're number 4. Thank you. Know what you guys talking about? No, I'm not. They told me no. I'm just here because I wasn't letting Ben down when I'm driving him down.
Mhm.
And I'm going to try Chipotle for the first time with you guys. I don't know.
Nice. Yeah.
And then I'm sitting there, and Delirious walks over maybe 2 hours later. Hey, Fox, let me talk to you. Yeah, what do you need? I can go pick something up. What do you guys need?
Mhm.
Like I said, I was the first one at buildings, last one to leave.
Nice. Yeah.
Like Bob Evans put it over once on Facebook that Fox is always in the first one, last one,
Yeah.
And I was trying to pay my dues and be a part of the team, like
Yeah.
most things. And he's like, "Congratulations, you're number 4." And of course I'm like, "I got my gear."
Yeah.
And like I'm like welling up, like, "Oh shit."
Yeah.
Same time, I'm talking about the match with the 4 dudes. I walk up, "Hey guys, I'm in the match." You go, "We fought, we know it, congrats, spot." Like everyone's stoked.
Yeah.
And like as we're going over the match, Mark Briscoe walks over. "Hey Foxy, it's you and me, episode 3 main event," or something like that. Like I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
"Yeah, 1-on-1." He's like, "Do you have your confetti thing? My cannon that I shoot from entrance?" "Yeah." "Shoot me in the face with it." "No, it says right here, do not aim at people or humans." "Nah, do it." So me and Mark call an entire match. And he's
Mhm.
like, "You have 2 opportunities to get a contract tonight. Let's get you one." And of course I'm like, "Yes, Mr. Mark Briscoe."
Yeah.
Because like me and the Briscoes, we were always cool. Like I pitched an idea to Mark and Jay separately.
Mhm.
They both liked it. And I was like, "Let's go."
Yeah.
Who do I talk to?
Yeah.
It was pitching me being a Briscoe who eventually turns into Firework and comes back because I was like, to sum it up, it was basically I have a match, I lose, I'm mad, I bump into Kevin Kelly, I don't say sorry. Next thing, do it again, kind of, I yell or I'm, complaining,
Yeah.
and they have a little thing backstage where someone walks up to Mark or Jay and it's like, "Hey, control, yeah, you have an issue." Don't say what it is, and then after they build up weeks or whatever, it would be them pushing me against the wall. "Cut the bullshit. Like you're representing
Yeah.
family, face paint, who cares?" You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
breaking the character of like, "Hey, what are you doing out there, man?"
Yeah.
Um, and then it was like, then I was like, "Yeah, I could be whatever." Because to me, Jay was always like hood,
Mhm.
and Mark is very country.
Yeah.
And where I live, 30 minutes to the left is country. 30 minutes to the right is the motherfucking hood. So I'm like, I'm right in the middle. I could play both of these,
Yeah.
and just be like your guy who loses, like
Wow.
and then I could learn and blah blah. And they both, I pitched to them separately, so I didn't like come at them, and they both were like, "Let's do it,"
Wow.
And then we didn't obviously didn't pitch it, go anywhere with it, but it was just cool of them that like had it. Mark was always cool and everything to me. Every time I saw him, people would come up to me at shit like, "Hey, oh, we thought you were Jay." "Oh, thanks, man." Like, so, and last second, they're like, "Nah, we switched you out. We're gonna put Tim Hughes in against Mark because you're in the tournament and whatever." I was like,
Yeah.
"Okay, no problem."
Yeah.
And then I had a pretty killer. Taven was doing commentary, and he put me over like, "Oh, Fox is a big dude, like, but he's very agile," and that's kind of like what the Firework is too, like,
Yeah.
just really agile, doing stuff. Like everyone's like, "Yo, anyone want to dive?" I said, "I'll do it. I'm here at Ring of Honor, man."
Yeah.
So like I jumped to the top rope, dived to the outside. I got my first people banging on the steel, man.
Nice.
That was like a moment because like I was hyped up.
Yeah.
And, like as we're driving home, LSG sends me a message with just the photo because somebody that was in the arena that was a photographer sent him it or he saw it somewhere, and it's a picture of me again. Put it up,
Yeah.
flying with the
Nice.
ROH logo in the background. And I'm like driving home and I'm just like, "Yo, I'm solidified. Like I accomplished something." And then a month later, I went to Vegas, got put on TV against Berger. And then I did Future of Honor stuff when they actually had it at the school and everything.
Okay.
And like, they really wanted to build up Future of Honor. They had a bunch of stuff like Monster Factory bought it for a minute, or it was
Yeah.
like, I don't know what happened there. Like, I remember walking in the factory and it was all the green was all red now.
Mhm.
And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So we all took the pictures in the front and everything, and then filmed a few things there. And then the last time I did it was a triple threat: me, Mikey Webb, and cauliflower Brown.
Yeah.
And kudos to those guys, and I thank them any chance I ever can because they made me look amazing in that match. And I got pyro.
Nice.
Like pyro, they came up, Fox, what do you do for your entrance? We're going to give you pyro. I said, I have a confetti cannon. You guys never really give me an entrance before.
Yeah.
Like, they're like, no, you're getting pyro. I said, oh, I used to be in a band. All right, when I jump up in the air,
Mhm.
pop it. And on the video,
Love
boom.
it.
So it's dope. It's cool. And
Yeah.
like I love the OG Ring of Honor, man. Like I was wanted to be a part of it so bad. Like when either Taven or Bennett broke their ankle or something,
Mhm.
the entire locker room went and sat with them.
Wow.
I was like, I literally sat there. I was like, I want to be here. Like I want to be on the roster here.
Yeah.
You know?
So I'm curious, after Ring of Honor, AEW, is there, I know you didn't really have that many, but is there a match or like a moment from your time there that stands out?
Yeah, driving 21 hours straight down.
What was it, Daly's Place?
Yeah, both times.
Yeah.
One was during COVID, so it
Yeah.
was only the boys around the ring. And I remember I was going down there, and I've never said it out, but QT Marshall, like I said, I met him at Ring of Honor years ago. Before that,
Yeah.
and he even wrestled me at one of the seminars, and he's like, "Let's get you signed, man. Like, show out." Like he put me over,
Yeah.
and I messaged him. I said, "Who do I need to contact? Like, what do I need to do?" And he's like, "Hold on," and like literally, "Hey, I got you on this one." This one. I was like, "Shit, man!" Like,
Mhm.
text JP, my trainer, going to AEW. I'm getting blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
And then I go down there I message him back like because I was only there on a Friday and a Saturday. They're doing like Tuesdays.
Yeah.
They would film on Tuesday and Wednesday. And like I was there, and the first night I get there, all hyped up, take my pictures, sweating,
Yeah.
not on the card. Okay, I guess I'll come tomorrow. Maybe I'm on tomorrow's card. Get there, hyped up, not on the card. And I'm like, huh, because I know they didn't use some people.
Yeah.
And like, they didn't use one of Roman Reigns' cousins. They didn't use him.
Mhm.
They didn't use, or no, they used the Cougar Hunter. They used him, who's now Stacks.
Yeah.
See, um, and like the next day, I drove to Orlando to hang out with my brother for 2 days, and then I drove back, and I was like, "Ah, all right, here's day three. I'm missing like a shoot job." I said, hey, I'm not coming back. I know you guys gave me a day off, but I'm not coming back. They need me here.
Yeah.
And there I was on the printout sheet, like a printed sheet. Foxx Vinyer versus Brian Cage.
Mhm.
It's like, holy, like
Yeah.
that's, you know. So I walk over to him all timid, like, hey man, it's me and you. I don't know if you do take bumps. I don't know what you want to do. Because like they were like at that time they were like most of the dark was scrap the like job matches.
Yeah. Pretty much all of them were.
Yeah, it was like, hey, put over our talent. But Brian Cage was the FTW champion. So I wrestled the champion.
Yeah.
And the first thing I did, tagged myself in like I always do, charged, and hit him with the European. Turned around, and then he beat me up.
Nice.
But I kicked out of a spine buster he gave me. And then he's like, yo, I do this, I do this, I do this, I do this. And I'm like, okay. But he
Mhm.
picked me up for something, but my tights weren't a good grip. And he's like, we can't do that. Because he wanted to like take me from the outside, bring me in.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, man, I'll do whatever gets me a highlight, whatever gets me on. So then we just did whatever it was. And it was cool. Like after the match, we're watching everybody else because it was like a rain delay. So we didn't film till like 1 a.m.
Yeah.
Like it was raining sideways. Like it was crazy up there, man.
Yeah.
And like I'm sitting there watching the show with and Jerry Lynn's next to me. And I've known him and talked to him at shows randomly here and there. He doesn't recognize me if I don't take my hat off though.
Yeah.
So if you don't believe Superman can wear glasses and a hat, I didn't believe either. But guess what? People don't know Foxx Vinyer until equals.
That's crazy.
But I was like, hey man, did you get a chance to like see it? And he's like, yo, I did. And you are very good. He's like, your timing is impeccable. You were there like every step of the way. You were where you needed to be. And I was like, can I have a contract? But
Yeah.
it was cool to be down there to
Yeah.
have Jerry Lynn be like, yo, man, like even if like nothing happened from it, to be like, oh, well, Jerry saw me and then started following me on Twitter after. You know what I mean? Like,
Nice.
and it puts over to me like, okay, I do know what I'm doing,
Nice.
and that's all I really care about. And then
Yeah.
I got to talk to Jerry about his awesome, the spot with RVD with the chair,
Yeah.
and I talked to him about doing or about the spot, like, hey, this is awesome. How did you do it? He's like, it just happened, just
Nice.
timing. So cool.
So when I look at your career, you talk about originally Capital Punishment. Whose idea was the Echo Boomers?
So at Truly Independent Wrestling,
Yeah.
my tag partner Jimmy Limits, he's a younger guy. He's probably, I don't know how old you are, Jimmy. Suck. But he was at this other school that we would work out at, me and Rob.
Yeah.
And I had to go to IWE in Maine. And I'm like, yo, to his trainer, hey, can I take him with me? Because I need someone to fill the car. And the green boy needs to pay the bills. Not really, but
Yeah.
yeah, I want to take him with me because I like him. And, he's not doing anything because you guys only run once every 3 months. So he's like, yeah, take. So then I took him, and he was only like 18 or 19 at the time.
Yeah.
And so we just started traveling together and then became friends. He's one of my best friends in the biz. And then like TIW started in Massachusetts, and it was like, I think I might have teamed with him since day one.
Nice.
They're like, hey, we need a tag team. And I was like, hey, let's tag. I'll
Yeah.
do it, whatever. And then I just was like, hey, what's a cool name for millennials? I just looked it up and said Echo Boomer because the Boomer generation were the echo of them.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, cool. So we started, and he wore my gear, like his gear that he wears. Sometimes you see it, it has my tattoo on it.
Love
It
it.
was mine that I sold to him.
Uh-huh.
I was like, here, man, you need something better than whatever crap you're wearing.
Yeah.
And I wanted some money. So like he would wear my stuff or like a colors like mine, and we wear my tassels, and like I had my, my sequins shirt and jackets and everything.
Mm.
And then I was like, let's just do this without being, because he didn't have a personality, he didn't have a character.
Yeah.
Like wrestling as Sebastian Kelly, like just a generic,
Yeah.
And I was like, he's like, what do you want to be, dude? And we were driving, and he's like, I don't know, Jimmy this, Jim that. And he saw the speed limit sign. He's like, I could be Jimmy Limits or something. I said, yo, that sounds dope.
Yeah.
And then as we started doing, I was like, yo, we were basically, it's still what Firework is, a human celebration. We're a birthday party, like
Mm.
we have promos where we have the noisemakers, but they don't work. So we're literally just going,
Yeah.
And then it was just like, all right. And then we got pretty good chemistry together.
Nice.
And now, so he was trained not by the best. So I always have to correct him and like try to train him how I was trained. Because to me, my trainer was the best.
Mm.
He was trained by Tony DeVito, so the House of DeVito.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't. Plus, if I learn anything at Ring of Honor, I go right back to where they're working out. I'm working out in the ring. Hey, I just learned this. Come here.
Yeah.
Good. They know what they're doing down there.
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing because of them. Let me help you. And then we started doing some cool stuff. And then we split. And we actually have awesome matches against each other. Like we just wrestled each other in April. And it was for World of Hurt up in Burlington, Vermont.
Yep.
500 people crammed into this thing. And these were fans who don't see wrestling at all.
Mm.
So they were in it. I just walked out and stood there. And they were going nuts.
That's all you got to do. I love it.
I was so hyped. And
Yeah.
we got in the ring, and he was so hyped. And everything we did, I hit him with the finish, and I was like, yo, kick out. Like, let's extend this match a little bit because we were having so much fun. They were with everything. Our chemistry was there because we've traveled together. We've worked together. We've teamed. So he knows all my spots. So if I'm like, yo, Topanga, he knows I got to duck, jump, and hit a power slam. You know what I mean? And I know his moves, so I'll be like, yo, you're up. And so he'll whip to the buckle. He goes to the second rope, and he knows to come off.
Nice.
So, like, and now, after 8 years, last August, we finally won the TIW Tag Team Championship.
Nice.
After all these years, where that's my first title at that company.
Mm.
8 years to get a championship.
Yeah. Is there a TIW match that stands out?
Me, I wrestled Ricky Reyes, which was a good match. I learned a lot
Nice.
from him. But me and Jimmy wrestled each other for like 20 minutes. That was a cool thing because our entrance was I walked out, or when we walked out, it was like, and making his way to the ring, accompanied to the ring by Foxx Vinyer, Jimmy Limits. And I got in the ring and I put, what are they called? Streamers on the ropes, and I had
Yeah.
a celebration hat
Love
because
it.
we were like having a party.
Yeah.
Then we both went through the curtain, and now making his way to the ring, accompanied by Jimmy Limits. And he would come out as my manager.
Yeah.
And then we wrestled and we did all the fun stuff. But we also, the thing that stands out to me the most would be we did a cage match. It was me versus Jimmy versus Elite Terrell versus Black Rose. At the time, it was going by Angel Cross.
Mhm.
And it was a fatal four-way. And this is when I brought the street, that's Elite and Black Rose at the time, or Angel Cross, brought them down to Monster Factory because they were using us as a six-man.
Yeah.
And we called ourselves Arbor Hill, which is the worst part of Albany. So, and that's where they both live
Uh,
in the hood.
yeah.
And it's off of exit 6 to get there. And I'm 10 miles off the road, also at an exit 6, the
Mhm.
opposite way. So I was like, let's call our finish the exit 6 because that's when
Nice.
we go home.
Yeah.
And so we had like Arbor Hill, we put up the A, and like
Yeah.
our triple team move was we hold them up on the shoulders and one of them would come off with a blockbuster.
Mhm.
So it was like a double doomsday blockbuster.
Yeah.
And so in the ladder or in the cage match, we're all in there because I teamed with Jimmy. Jimmy teamed with Angel. Angel used to team with Elite. I teamed with both of them.
Mhm.
So we all had like a history over the years at the company of being a stable without a stable, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So we start the match and boom, 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 put Jimmy up and we just kill him with the thing from the top of the cage, you know?
Nice.
And then like that stands out because we went and we really put our like heart and soul into that match for the fans because they were running out of this mall in an Old Navy, and like the setup was so good, like an
Yeah.
entrance, a lighting. My jacket looked like really cool, sparkling in the like
Nice.
it was just awesome. And then they lost the building, and that's poo. But that match stands out to me because I really liked it. One of them hit the Van Terminator from one side of the cage to the other.
Wow. Yeah.
It was wild and fun. And
Yeah.
we built that crowd up from when the first show started of 100 people to that cage match had like 400 in the crowd, 450. We maxed out what they could allow in that space.
Yeah. So
Well,
another company you did a lot with, I'm curious, is there a match stands out for NYCW?
me versus another tag partner, High Voltage Omar.
Oh,
So NYCW is New York Championship Wrestling. It lasted a couple years
yeah.
out in Whitesboro, New York. Not to be confused with NYWC.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, like we built that up from the bottom too. Like that started from the commentator from TIW.
Mhm.
Johnny Patch was like, "Hey, I'm starting my own thing by me. Come out." And like at the time, like Johnny Moran was a champion, and like Christina Marie was there, and uh me, Jimmy, Conan Lycan came in, you know.
Nice.
So like when he was still starting, like I brought him to do stuff when I found out he lived near me and did
Yeah.
wrestling. Um, so like, and then me and Omar, he was a champion at the time, and we would feud,
Mhm.
and like we had some good matches, and like we would sit there in Ring of Honor and call a bunch of stuff. And everyone hates when Foxx Vinyer calls a match because I call a bunch of stuff. I really just put things together. Like, here's
Yeah.
a cool sequence. You guys need to learn how to work, bro. In between, here's this cool sequence. Here's the emotion. Hey, what's that? Here's the in betweens. What's that? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
um, so like, yeah. So me and Omar, I think we had a good feud, and one of the matches I forget which one it is. I'm wearing black and red, and I'm running to get up to the top rope, and I legit slip and just eat it
Mhm.
on top of the buckle. And we used that as the cutoff, and
Wow.
just it was a good thing he was champion, and I chased him for it, and then I ended up beating him for it in a triple threat match, and I finally got the championship there as a heavyweight champion in my stable of Massacre, where we was me, Jimmy Limits, Angel Cross. See, it all brings it back to him.
Yeah.
And then Mad Dog, he was from Buffalo.
Okay.
And we were Massacre. Like we were the cool four horsemen type stable.
Mhm.
And we had a party because we were all champions. Like I called it the Bashacre for Massacre. So I wore like my black shirt, a bow tie, pink.
Mhm.
I always over there I was heel. So
Yeah.
I always wore like this really like awesome haired wig
Mhm.
that I got off of Amazon. As whenever I did promos out in the
Yeah.
ring. And it was fun. But yeah, NYCW was so good. I wish he would come back and at least run a little bit because I don't know what's going on in Whitesboro. It's like in between Syracuse and other stuff. So
Yeah. One thing I got to applaud you about is your memory for this stuff. Like, you remember dates, the color of your gear. Some of these people, like, I love Julian Starr, but he didn't even remember half the stuff we were talking about.
I remember Julian Starr's gear. He always wore blue and white every time he was around.
So you talked about being in faction. You mentioned Massacre. And PPW, what were you a part of? Was it Sins?
Yeah, they put me in with those guys, whoever those jabrones are. And like they're like, you're gonna be Sins. I forget what it stood for.
Mm,
Something in need of something.
yeah.
And I was
Okay.
like, can we make it be something cool like I don't know,
Yeah.
sentient robots and something?
Yeah.
But then it was me. I can't remember who was in it. I know only one I can really remember is because there was like 9 of them.
Yeah. There was a big one.
They kept throwing people in. They're like, "Hey, put you in here." The first stable I was in was with the Punk Rock All Stars.
Nice.
I don't know if you know who they are.
I think I was looking at your social media. I saw some of them. Yeah.
They're out of Maryland.
Yeah.
Um, and that happened to be I did a tryout seminar at PPW because I always wanted to go there, and it happened to be a tryout seminar with Eddie Edwards for Impact.
Mm,
And I knew Eddie from wrestling and, like I said, NWA on Fire. And
yeah.
he was always like, oh my God, Eddie Edwards is here, So, like, they chose me and a bunch of other guys to do a 6-man. And I was wearing, like, whatever. And I'm sitting there with my stupid hair and my nails were painted black. And they put me with 2, like, pretty boys against the Punk Rock All Stars and another pretty boy. And I'm like, you guys have stupid hair and your nails are painted black. I was like, can we just switch?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, yeah. So, not the Punk Rock All-Stars. They were like, yeah, switch. And I just happened to have in my bag, because they wore like neon green and
Yeah.
like grungy shit. I had my neon green and pink in my bag. And I said, well, look at us.
Nice.
And I was like, so we came out. And at first they didn't want to put us with, they put us with, and they were like, Fox, we love all your stuff, but we want to get these guys over as a tag team. Can you be with them in a few shows and then we'll get you single stuff? I said, yeah, let us rock, man.
Nice.
So we came up with the name. I tried to come up with the name like Poison Farm or something cool.
Yeah.
And we ended up settling on, I think we did, on Vile for the 3 of us.
Uh-huh.
And they had a manager, but she didn't really do much. And I was like, all right, cool. That's our little stable. We're Vile. That was cute. And then I came into, they split. I got the No Limits title.
Mm,
And then they're like, hey, we want to put you with Sins. And I was like, cool. Don't know what that is. Let's go. Same thing. Hey, can you help them out? They're all kind of,
yeah.
I don't want to say green because I don't know how long they were working for, but they were like green.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, sure. Okay, let's rock. Like,
Yeah.
if you're gonna let us do it, let us do it.
Mm,
I don't want to half-ass it. I want to have fun with these guys, And I think Tim Theory was in it, I
yeah.
believe.
Sounds about right. It was a bunch of 6-man, 8-mans you did, right?
Yeah. And then like when then they would put some tag team, and then it was me and Tim were a tag team.
Mm.
And then Sins I came to the show one day and they were done. They're like, we're not doing it anymore. I think I feuded with one of the guys. He took the title from me or something. I was like, okay. So then they put me and Tim with tag here and there, or like they would put me in Theory and then somebody else would team with us in a random thing.
Mm.
But it was always me and Tim here and there.
Yeah.
And then like I won the tag title. Only championship I didn't win at PPW was the heavyweight.
Wow.
And they had like a rumble, like the anniversary rumble a couple years ago, and I haven't been there in forever. And I was
Mhm.
like, dude, that would have been a perfect time for Foxx Vinyer to come out. Like, they have the Rumble. Who's here?
Yeah.
You just hear my music hit and the confetti comes off. And I think the crowd would have went nutty, but um, I had a big feud there with Andy Header,
Mhm.
like back and forth with the television title that they had. But yeah, Sins didn't last long, but it was a good introduction to getting everybody something,
Yeah.
which was them because you know,
Yeah.
and they were everyone there in the group were all cool dudes. You know what I mean? So wasn't like, oh, I gotta work with them. You
Yeah.
know, it was cool. But and then me and Tim actually teamed at NWA. So
So when you talk about Foxx Vineyard tag team partners, short-lived, but what was it like team with Rhino?
Rhino, like it was so funny because Rhino, we teamed, and then I saw him at an NYCW show,
Mhm.
and we talked about playing bass because he plays music.
Wow.
And then I saw him at another show, and I happened to be just going to the bath. Like I had to go to the bathroom. Like, all right, where's this bathroom in this place? And I hear, hey, hey, and I'm like walking. I'm like, what's going on? I gotta go to the bathroom. Hey, and then I go in the bathroom. I come out, and it's Rhinos out there. I'm like, we teamed, right? I said, yeah, we teamed. Like, I knew it, man. I knew it. I didn't recognize you with the hair because my hat
Yeah.
was on. And then Rhino's such a cool dude. Like he introduced me to like his girlfriend at the Crockett Cup and was like, "Hey, Fox, this is." And I was like, "Oh man, we're friends. Like this is dope, you know."
Yeah.
So like I remember teaming and like he anything we wanted to do, he's like, "Hey, let's do it.
Nice.
Let's just rock." I got all I do a gore, make sure the gore is there. And I know we teamed and we faced Christina Marie and somebody else.
Mhm.
I should look it up so I'm accurate, but
Don't worry, I'll put the info in there.
and I remember it because me and Christina always did a spot where um I would do something and she would be in the corner and I'd chase after her, she'd move and then I'd hit and she'd hit me with a German suplex.
Mhm.
And then I would no sell it and she'd charge me and I'd power slam her to hell.
Mhm.
And I remember doing that in that match and then Rhino gored somebody in half. And like the crowd was so hot for it and
Oh
everything.
yeah.
And like he was just since teaming with him, he's always been cool since, you know?
Nice.
And like he was easy to work with. He helped us do stuff. Like,
Yeah.
how many names are like, no, this is for you guys.
Yeah.
He was like, this is for you. I'm just here to have some fun, you know?
Yeah.
And we had some fun. And that was cool. PPW was good because if I didn't, I always got to they were good and then they'd be like, hey, here's a title match. Here's a
Mhm.
little feud. Oh, you're gonna be the guy who's on our card that we know can work with all the names and have a good match. So they're
Nice.
not like, sometimes names come in, they're like, oh, I gotta work.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The promoter's friend, I gotta work him. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So, like it was like me and Noah Kakoa against Appa Jr. and Big Cass.
Yep.
And let me tell you, taking a giant chop from Cass and then a spine buster and then a splash from Alpha,
Yeah.
I should have kicked out at two. But like I got to like wrestle Colt Cabana there. Thank you for dropping my glasses, Cat. Um, like I said, Disco, Melina,
Yeah.
and Rhino, and then Blue Meanie.
Yeah. So what was it like being a part of the BWO for one night?
So when that happened, I remember putting a post up, hey, does anyone have a BWO shirt? And one of the fans that always like was there was like, Fox, I have one for you. I said, what's the size? He's like, well, it's all right, can I cut it? So
Mhm.
I cut it so it would fit me.
Yeah.
And then I made sure not to rip it or anything because he got it back and Blue signed it and everything. But it was cool because like I said, I've seen Blue Mini all over the place for years, growing up watching them, and then like seeing them at Monster Factory and shooting the
Mhm.
shit with them and everything. But like I was like, hey, I got this. Can we? And he was like, yeah, let's rock it.
Yeah.
So it was same thing. Easy, hey, let's just have fun. Let's
Yeah.
go out, give the crowd what they want to see, just silly action. I had a good match. I think I still have the match on my phone somewhere. I remember walking out, and that match, I wore the Blue World Order shirt, and I had like my sparkling boots that I got from Dalton,
Yeah.
and I have like I had like pink tights on, and then I had like this. I got only time I've ever worn it, maybe third. It's
Mm.
like it's a polka dot singlet, and it has a green and silver fox on it, and then it says Firework down the back. However, it looks more like a women's one-piece bathing suit than a singlet.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm like, I could get this at Walmart. I'm pretty. So I remember wearing that, and I was like, put the blue on, and I walked out with like silver jacket and everything, and Meanie's just meanieing it
Yeah.
up, and it was fun.
Nice.
Like teaming, and then I was like, hey, can I be? I'm in the blue world order. I'm in the blue.
Yeah.
You have the shirt. I was like, I got it right here. It's authentic.
Yeah.
And it was a real. It wasn't a copy. It was like an authentic one, like the kid had from ECW.
Wow.
So he was happy that I didn't rip it, and Blue Meanie signed it, gave it
Mhm.
back to him, and it had. He's like, he messaged me a couple years ago or after, whenever it was. He's like, yo, your sweated stuff and paint are still on the shirt. I have it hanging up. I was like, hell yeah,
I love it.
you owe me money.
So one thing I'm curious about, I don't remember when you did exactly, but is there anything that stands out when you got to wrestle the Mutts?
Like me and Jimmy feuded with the Mutts forever.
What years was this?
2016, twenty
Yeah.
seventeen era,
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah.
It was before August Leon or whatever he was going by.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Because then they added him and he was the third.
Yeah.
And then it was Randy and I forget the other guy's name. But yeah, they were in it. RIP to him.
Ian,
Uh,
right?
yeah, Ian Griffin.
Yeah.
But yeah, same thing. Like we came in, I was like, see, everyone thinks that like I was like this big, hey, I did Ring of Honor, I did Impact. I'm this big asshole, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I just come in, I'm like, if I'm going to wrestle you,
Mm.
hey man, what do you do?
Nice.
I do this, that. Okay, here's what I do. The same match over and over. I'm Ric Flair. It's just in betweens. I can giggle and have some fun and work the in betweens. Let's do that.
Nice.
So I try to like pull that out of all of them, you know what I mean? Because Randy's amazing. I love Randy, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
Ian's always cool. August, you suck. But like me and him had a matchup in main singles way back in the day.
Mm.
I think he beat me for an imaginary title or something. Because
Love it.
his kids were there, and he's like, I got to go over. My kids are here. I want to win this belt. I said, oh, sure, man.
Nice.
But like the Mutts were cool. We had a good feud with me, Jimmy. They were in like the TIW like original teams,
Yeah.
and then Jimmy was like in something else, and then I ran a gauntlet with him. So you can actually watch Foxx Vinyer face all three Mutts.
Nice.
I don't know if I win. I think I do, which they probably like, oh, he's big league and he has to beat three of us. But I think we did it in a story, if I remember, of August is tiny.
Uh-huh.
Let him get a little bit in. I crush him. Fox is not small. Goodbye. And then I think Randy, I faced him, beat me up, and then he might have cheated just to get me down.
Mm. Then Ian comes out.
Yeah, and then Ian came out.
Yeah.
He was big,
Yeah.
you know, and like he beat me up, did some stuff, and I might have beat them just by a hair. If I did, I don't remember. Um, but like same thing. Like they're always the guys that you look at them and you're like, they're just the guys team and they're nothing. Not like they can't work or nothing, but just like,
Yeah.
but they, like just shoot the shit and call your stuff. And that's who you have the best fun matches with, even if the match is garbage. Like we had a match and it was probably garbage. I
Mhm.
remember saying, dude, we could have did so much better, but let's just chill and watch the rest of the show together. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you could chill and be friends with him and stuff like that. Like to this day, Randy, like so I do my gimmick where I take the chain, this 25-pound chain of
Oh,
something,
yeah.
and I put it on the referee's neck, and
Mhm.
usually they it's heavy for him.
Yeah.
So Randy had a spot where he's been under a hood reffing the entire show. No one knew it was him. So I didn't know, and I put the chain, I have two of them usually, and I put it on him, and he fell. Face bump.
Yeah.
And he crawled and swam, couldn't move until he got to the edge of the ring where he could duck his head and let the chains fall.
Wow.
So funny,
Yeah.
so amazing. I
Love
even ripped the spot off and did it at a show within the last 3 weeks.
Nice.
I was like, dude, this spot's so funny. You have to do it exactly this way. Fall to the ground, face bump it. It's hilarious. Randy did it awesome. Make him proud.
Nice.
Yeah, like they were cool, man. They were cool.
So before I get to the next topic, I guess I gotta ask you something prior. How did or when did the music start for you? When did you start doing that?
I've always been into music and everything. Like,
Nice.
and by me being into stuff, I don't think I'm original about anything. Like, I only liked wrestling because growing up with my brother liked wrestling. Then he wrestled in the backyard and went to Kenny's and did stuff. And I was like, I want to go. No,
Yeah.
you're too small. You're 3 years younger. Get away from us.
Yeah.
And then he would always listen to ICP.
Hmm.
And like down the street, we had our friends who they'd all listen to like gangster rap, like Tupac, Biggie, Master P,
Yeah.
and they started rapping. And then of course I'm like, I wanna do stuff with my brother. I wanna rap.
Yeah.
And then so back in the day, I don't know if you know what a Sega CD is or Sega
Mhm.
Saturn.
Yeah.
So if you put a CD in a Sega Saturn, you could pop up the tracks individually, but you could turn the vocals off. And it would be like the beat, but it'll be like a muffled style of the beat because
Yeah.
it's the pro or whatever it was taking the vocals out or whatever.
Hmm.
So we would be like making instrumentals on that and like putting like Kid Rock in there, like scratching it and like mixing it with like the karaoke machine and everything. And then I just started like rhyming over Money, Power, Respect from DMX, Lil Kim and the Locks. And let me tell you, I did every song to that. So every time it pops up somewhere, I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
Ian Wright. I'm like, oh no. But then I just started rhyming and then rhyming, and then my one of my best friends, I mentioned him earlier, he passed away a couple years, like 10 years ago. But growing up in high school, he played bass.
Mhm.
And I was like, I want to make music with him. So I would buy stuff to make beats and rap, and I was rapping forever.
Yeah.
And then, like I incorporate it into the gimmick sometimes. But and then from there I would want to play with my buddies because my friend Bob, he played acoustic guitar and try to serenade the women. And so my brother bought me an electric guitar for my 16th birthday. And then I was like, well, he has a guitar already, so I'm gonna trade it for a bass so we could jam, not knowing you could play guitar with two guitars. I didn't know it was possible.
Yeah.
So like we did that, and then I was like, all right, so I would mimic my friend's stuff, and I can only play power chords.
Mhm.
So then I would just eventually kept playing power chords, and then my drummer was really good, and then we'd write stuff, and then eventually I would just power chord, and then single note other stuff. I printed out a thing that has every note on the fret, and I put it all around my apartment. So whenever I'm walking around playing, I can just look and be like, oh, a G's here, blah, blah, blah.
Wow. Yeah.
And then I started getting pretty good playing for like 4 years of just guitar, which I never wanted to do because I just want to rap on the microphone like Limp Bizkit, Linkin Park, Eminem,
Yeah.
Tupac, ICP, all these things. I just want to rock on stage and rhyme.
Yeah.
And then just started the band up with my buddies when I was 18. And then me and the drummer continued the band 4 years ago. And I haven't seen him since like November. But if you see him, tell him I want to make some music. We have people want to buy stuff. But yeah, and then I still make stuff. And my fiance now, she sings.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get her to like record because she has a good voice.
Nice.
And if I can make money off of it, do
S-
it.
So I'm curious your story. I don't remember when you did. I think it was either Live Prov or WrestleParty, but I remember going to these shows 12 years old at like an 18 or 21 plus show, and out comes Fred Durst or playing near the band. So how did this idea come? Was that your or Sully idea?
So I've always wanted to rhyme and have like at a show. Like I always wanted
Yeah.
to rap at a thing. And he was like, yeah, we have gimmicks and stuff, but and I said, well, what if I did Greg Durst? Because Greg's my name.
Yeah.
What if I did Greg Durst? And he was like, huh. It's like, will you come out to Olympus? Because they had the band play Olympus. I said, how about I do it? And I sat there and I downloaded the music. I learned the words. I mean, I knew the words already from like
Yeah.
listening to the song for 20 years, but like I wanted to know it.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right. And I had the idea of like have King Leon, whom I have the best chemistry with. I love
Nice.
him. Um, have him come out, talk his talk, and then have the band play, and I'll just be in the crowd while he's talking. And so it looks like people look over, oh, the guy in the crowd is just okay, he's gonna wrestle too, the singer of the band.
Yeah.
You know, the band was there, but they didn't have any vocals, I don't think.
Yeah.
And then it was just me rhyming, just one of those days. So then I pitched the idea, and I was like, yo, I had my hat, and I put holes in it and put a string under so I could tie it, because you can't see that there's a string holding my hat on.
Yeah,
really,
I didn't even notice that.
Weird. So I'm like, I don't want the hat to come off at all, because then it'd be like, oh, it's just thing. And like, so we had that. I was like, yo, I'm gonna do this. What if we have hot dogs, man? And we'll have flavored water, hot dog flavored water. And then we did it's one of my favorite matches of all time.
I love it. I was there for it.
I got to rhyme, which I love doing. I got to rock out with the band, which I wasn't in a band at the time, so it was like bringing back being on stage. Dressing how I normally dress anyway, with cargo shorts and high tops, and a backwards hat. Like, I'm 2000s in life.
I don't remember if you knew. I forgot. Do you remember the finish? I remember the referee gave a stunner to King Leon.
We did. All right, I can tell you the whole match straight through. So, like, we did the whole spots in the beginning with the hot dog. He threw the water in my face. Oh, because that crowd was awesome. They were into anything.
I loved it. Yeah, it was my favorite times.
So, like, I had the hot dog, and I shoved it in his mouth.
Yep, I remember
He's acting like he's choking, and I look over, I'm like, play something. And the band starts.
The kicks, yup.
They start playing it again, and we do the kid and play kick.
Yup.
And then I give him the big Irish whip into the buckle, hit him with a splash. He spits the hot dog out. And then during the thing, I almost messed my knee up, because I went to stomp him in the ring, and like my knee buckled. He was in the corner. I took the high tops that I had from Walmart, and I painted the bottoms red, just so I could be like, I got red bottom shoes. Because Cardi B was big at the time. I'm making money moves.
Yeah.
And then I'd be like, come on. And keep rolling, hit the rolling elbow.
Yeah.
And then we had the spot where it was the RKO, then another RKO. I super kicked the manager, and then the ref was like trying to help somebody, and then he RKO'd him.
Yep.
And the crowd went nuts for it.
Yeah.
And then the finish was Leon hit me with, like, I think the spine buster on the hot dogs, and then he hit me with the people's elbow. So I remember he hit me, and I threw the hot dog up in the air, and it landed as he hit me. And then I did it again, but I don't think I did the vocals or anything. I just had the look.
Yeah, I want to say so, yeah. The first one was iconic.
Yeah, I loved it. And then I remember them posting it and tagging, and it got 55,000 or 55,000.
I saw that last night, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what it's at now. It's probably only at like 70, because they don't promote. Every time it pops up on my screen for March 18th, 2017 or 19 or whatever, I share it.
Yeah.
No matter what. And like, I know they posted to Twitter, they tagged Fred. I tagged Fred in it too.
Yeah.
It was like Fred Durst learns to wrestle, or whatever that they put on for the poster or the post.
That's right, yeah.
And I was like, it was 55,000 views in like 2 days.
Nice.
And it was cool.
Yeah.
And like, all right. And then I might have done it one other time, but I know the next time I went back there, I was Chet Thundercloud, the weatherman.
That's right.
Another great match you could watch right here on YouTube.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was with what's his name? Cinnamon. Whatever.
Yeah, Pimp Daddy, yeah.
No, that was so great. I remember, like, I have a video of my father, like I sent it to my brother, because they were in Florida at the time living, and he's making my father watch it, and my dad just like he's laughing at the screen of me doing stupid shit. I remember getting stuck in my elbow pads when I ripped the dress shirt off. And we had, like, that was a fun match, and a lot of it we didn't call. Like, it wasn't like a big thing we talked about. It was just like, here's what I want to do. I don't want to do anything that Foxx would do, and I want to do stuff that's different. I might have hit a power slam in one of them, but like, I remember the one time he came in, he chopped me, and then he came in again, and I put my hand up, and he stopped. Because, again, I'm just doing it, so he's just like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And I was like, breaking news. And I chopped him right in the chest.
Yeah.
And then he hit me back, and I was like, breaking nose. But it was so fun that I did like 3 different characters there. Because I remember we were outside doing it, and I got bumped, and I was selling on the rope. And one of the fans, because the fans could go to the ring.
Yeah.
reached in their head and was like, "Hey, are you the Greg Durst guy?" And I'm just like, "No." So it was cool that they remembered it. And another thing about that is one of those dudes, and hopefully it wasn't you, because then it would ruin it,
Okay.
came up to me and said, "Hey, I saw you at one of these things as the Fred Durst thing, and that made me like wrestling. And
Wow.
I've watched it ever since." And I was like, "That's dope. That's cool."
Nice.
You
Now,
like shitty wrestling.
the chat, was that Sully's idea?
No. Yes.
Okay.
He was like, he's like, "I have this weatherman thing called Chad." I was like, I go, "How about Chet? Thunder." I think I came up with Thundercloud, or maybe he did.
Uh-huh.
I know he wanted a weatherman. Maybe I came up with the whole thing.
Nice.
I know he wanted a weatherman.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Well, I haven't. What if the weatherman?" Because again, with my ADHD disease, you can say me an idea and a million things pop up. So he
Yeah.
was like, "Weatherman." I go, "What about a weatherman who's obsessed with weather?" So the original gimmick's supposed to be like, "All right, well, today we see a snowflake, might be some snow, but down here we have some rain." Everything. Janine, we have, and then
Yeah.
it was like
I
he was
love it.
obsessed with it. He was so obsessed with weather, and like it was cool. I love Chet Thundercloud. I did him one other time at like a kid's birthday party because I didn't want to really wrestle, and I was like, I'll put the wig on,
Yeah.
I'll do this, and they loved it. I made him in No Mercy when I found my Nintendo 64.
I
I
so,
gotta bring him back. I gotta bring
so
him
well,
back.
somebody texted me the other day. They did a show at the Black Box, and Sully's ring is still down there, and Sully's like done with wrestling.
I had to get a hold of King Leon. He's in that area.
Yeah. So one more person I want to ask you about wrestling. Is there anything that stands out wrestling Gangrel?
Gangrel is one of the coolest, chillest guys you could ever meet.
Nice.
So I wrestled him. I wrestled him twice, teamed with him one time. So I teamed with him at Chris Camaro's show, like the something on the Wheels show, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Yeah.
That he does every year. And it was a six-man tag, and it was like me, Gangrel, and somebody. And I remember it might have been Chris actually. I remember in the match, we both got on our corners. He spit the blood, I hit the confetti,
Yeah.
and it was windy as shit. And it just blew away. And his stuff came at me. I remember walking over to him. I was like, "Yo, you just spit all that in my face." And he was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry, brother." I go, "I'm just kidding, man. Let's go." And then we worked a spot in Massachusetts for a World of Hurt, like a pop-up show.
Mm.
And I have just happened to be able to, or be the one to pick him up from the airport and drive him the 3 hours to the show.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no, we had a show in Vermont he was at, and then I drove him from there. So we had like a double shot, two shows. But yeah, we just drove, and I was like, "Yo, we're working tomorrow," and like he was just same thing. I was like, "Yo, what? We don't have to do anything, man. I know like if you're hurt or whatever," because he was like limping and like bad.
Yeah.
He was like, "Nah, we're doing it. What do you want to do? Let's do it all. Like, let's rock." And it was cool. Like we did stuff. The only thing he said to me was like, "Start the match quicker," because I was really dragging it out to get every fan with us.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, these kids are people here, and it's Gangrel. Like, you're the name on the show. Let me drag him in. I'm trying to be heel. I'm a terrible heel. I'm okay, but like Firework's more fun and like
Yeah.
natural for me than being like I'm a generic Steve bad guy.
Yeah.
But like the match was good. Like I went over. I beat him with the Fox got him. It's a rock bottom for those. And then we wrestled again. I think he beat me, or maybe vice versa, for this company that lasted maybe a couple weeks, 5-Star Wrestling down in Pennsylvania.
Mm.
We wrestled down there. That was fun because he walks in the locker room and I walk in the locker room and there's Two Cold Scorpio, Haku and the Barbarian, Eric Bischoff, Buff Bagwell.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what am I doing here? You know,
Yeah.
what am I doing here, man? And Haku and Barbarian are talking and Tongan or whatever. And Gangrel's like, they're gonna mess somebody up out there. I don't know what they're saying, but I think that's what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
And both of them are just ear to ear, smiling, laughing with each other, like, "Oh, we're working them."
Yeah.
But Gangrel was so cool. Like we were driving home, and he would like kind of nod off because it was late. It was like midnight.
Yeah.
He would go, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." I go, don't worry about it. I'm a professional driver, man. Take your rest. You've been on the road. I think his flight was at 5 a.m. and it was already 1 a.m. driving back.
Yeah.
So I was like, just rest, dude. Like, it's cool, man. But yeah, he was always cool. The first time I hung out with him, I drove him to a show. I drive him a lot. They always count on me to drive him. But like he talked about like how him and Luna got together and how the family accepted him in. Like it was just cool stuff that like
Nice.
I was like, oh, you don't need to be sharing this with me, but like it's cool. Like he shares stuff about like his family and stuff, and I was like, this is dope. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Like, I drove Booker T around. He bought me Subway. The Warlord, he didn't buy me anything. He was cool. He was like, yo, man, if you're ever in Fort Lauderdale, I run some strip clubs. Come down. All
Wow.
right, cool. Get me booked.
So I'm curious. You mentioned them earlier than now. So what was it like to be a part of Packed House, sold out, I believe, the Mid Hudson Civic Center, the first ever ACW show, man? What does that mean for you to be a part of?
When I got a text from Vic, like I said, Vic is one of I consider a brother in wrestling.
Mm.
Like, they have like, hey, here's my brother, we trained together,
Yeah.
or like I call my trainer, like he's Papa, fucking DeVito's, grandpa.
Yeah.
When I met him, I was like, hey, your grandpa, you train my trainer. We're all in the house together, man. I'm representing
Yeah.
you. And Vic has always been cool since day one, since I met him. I've always wanted to be like him. So like if you go watch early now when Vic had his long blonde hair and the way he moves, you'll see a little bit of that in Foxx Vinyer because that's what I knew nothing about how to wrestle. I was just training and mimicking what Vic would do.
Wow.
So I'd be like, oh, I want to be that cool because to me he was cool. I had brown hair at the time. Y'all can remember that, no? And then I dyed the top blonde and did the bangs red.
Mm.
And then Hale Collins did the same thing. And I was like, bro, copycat. But Vic always had like long blonde hair, and I always wanted to be like he was thick, he was a bigger guy like me. So I was like, I want to be like Vic.
Yeah.
So like out of nowhere, I forget when it was. When was the first show? January. So maybe
Yeah.
late November, early December.
Mm.
He was like, how much are you to wrestle to come in?
Yeah.
No. And I was like, for you? Barely anything, man. What
Yeah.
do you mean? And I didn't know what the show was. I thought he was just running a little baby show down and wherever.
Yeah.
And then like it started building up. I said, oh man, what am I doing? Am I having a match? Can I have a match? Can I have this? Can I have that? And he's like, oh, we're having this big rumble thing. I was like, all right, anything, whatever you get, whatever
Yeah.
you need, man. I'll come down early if you need me to help. If you want me to help with promotion, if you need any custom music, I can make it. Like, let me
Wow.
help. Because to me, like Vic's a brother, I love him very much.
Nice.
And like, so it was cool when I got there, and I was just kind of maybe like 8 weeks into dating my now fiance, and I was like, "Do you mind if she comes in?" Yeah. He's like, "Here, give her the Iggy. You don't want to pay a ticket."
Yeah.
And then like, whatever he needed at the show, I just helped out with, and then we had the Rumble, and then I didn't even know that I didn't even know the production was like that because I'm used
Yeah.
to the Mid Hudson when I used to go there and work out with him and Tommy and everybody, and it was like just an open space.
Was it called the Mid Hudson or was it the like the Poughkeepsie something at the time?
It was well now it's the MJN Center,
MJ.
but
Yeah. Okay.
I'll always know it as the Mid Hudson Civic Center,
Yeah. MJ. Yeah.
where
Okay.
like any WWF show back in the day was filmed. Like all
Yeah.
the Raws were there. Like come to the Mid Hudson Civic Center in Poughkeepsie, New York, and blah blah blah
Yeah.
blah. Blah.
Another
But yeah.
thing I wanted to ask you about, which is absolutely crazy. I don't know if the game will ever, hopefully it comes out, but what was it like doing mocap for the wrestling code?
Huh. I wish it would come out.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it was cool because I was doing WFA down in New Hampshire,
Yeah.
and what's his name was always there, and I'm like, hey, and he really liked my entrance, he liked the gimmick, he liked everything and the look.
Yeah.
And last I knew, I don't know when it's supposed to come out. It was supposed to come out like a year ago or something,
Yeah.
but the original roster or the first drop is going to be like first 40 people, and he told me that I'm going to be on the release.
Nice.
So like Kurt Angle, Sabu, Foxx Vinyer, you know what I mean? Because it's an original character and
Yeah.
whatever. and I was stoked. I went in and filmed all the stuff. I still have a little bit to do, um, to finish it.
Mhm.
But like, I also he helped me like with one of my songs too. I was like, "Yo, what do you think of this?" And he was like, "There's too much here. Cut this part out." And I did, and now it sounds awesome.
Wow,
So
nice.
I was like, "Can you put any of my band songs in the, you know?" So I wrote a bunch of stuff for it to go in on the screen, so you hear my band songs and stuff.
Wow.
Um, so I'm stoked about that. But like the graphics in the game and like filming it, like watching myself do the stuff, it's a lot of work is going into that game. So
Yeah.
whenever it comes out, it's gonna be worth it because I've seen him work on it. Like there,
Mhm.
there's a lot. Plus, he has like a bunch of alien games he's doing and stuff too.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot coming out in there. It looks dope.
Yeah, I went to a convention and Tony Chini wanted me to test play it, but it was just like it was crazy. I was running around as Tony Chini in Grimm's backyard.
I remember when I first saw the thing of Grimm's backyard,
Yeah.
and I was like, holy like, because I just happened to be at Grimm's maybe 3 weeks before that,
Mhm.
and I was like, this is exactly how it looks.
Yeah.
Like everything, even the little garbage can that's just been chilling there is there. So I asked him, I was like, how did you do it? He's like, oh, we went down there and they scanned everything
Mhm.
and just popped it in. And I'm like, that's tight.
Do you
Scan-
have any Grimm's Toy Show stories? Because I was texting my buddies before. I was like, yo, I'm interviewing Foxx Vinyer. Like, people don't care nowadays about WWE, but like when you did GTS, like that was peak.
So I've done AEW, Ring of Honor, Impact, NWA, CZW, JCW with the Wicked Clowns. And not a show goes by, hey, are you ever gonna go back to
Yeah.
going back to Grimm's or
GTS.
what?
Yeah.
GTS? Kids, hey, I saw you on GTS. Hey, you were at GTS, weren't you? I'm like, bro, there. But yeah, at the time when that shit was popping, it was like he was had like a million something followers.
Yeah.
Like it was cool. Grim, I've always loved Grim. He's always been cool.
Yeah.
Me. So if you're cool to me and other people hate you, join the club. Other people hate me probably that I'm cool to you. And like, so it was always fun. We go down there, film a bunch of stuff. He had the cool concept where it was like all the titles were down.
Oh, Christmas chaos.
Yeah, and then like if you won, you got a title, and I'll just open it up, and like that's such a cool concept.
Yeah.
Imagine they start doing that like on the Fed or something. Like,
Love
hey,
it.
everyone is stripped of the title. Like,
I started doing it with my action figures because of how cool it was at the time.
I might do it right now. Yeah, it was so cool. But yeah, I want to go back down there.
Yeah.
It's been a while. I mean, I went down maybe a year and a half ago.
Mhm.
I wrestled Tarzan.
Nice.
We had a pretty decent match. It was
Yeah.
it was freezing because it was January.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, let's try to go easy. Let's not do anything crazy. But then once you get in the ring and you start doing stuff, and the 10 people that are with you are all hyped up and you just have fun. So it was like, let's go.
Yeah.
But it was cool. It was cool. It was yeah. Like not just January just passed, maybe January 24.
Nice. Yeah.
Oh, there was a current one somewhere.
Yeah. So one thing I'm curious about when you talk about your resume, everything you've done, but this is pretty cool. Being PWI, number 499, and I have a lot of people say they wish they got 500 on the dot.
Yeah, so that's the thing. It's either you want to be number one or
Yeah.
you want to be 500 because that's what they look at.
Yeah.
So I was stoked to I didn't know, because you don't know what you're going to be.
Mhm.
So for every year, I didn't know how to get in, what you have to do. I mean, you have to like submit yourself or have somebody submit it or whatever.
Yeah.
And like every year, I buy the early version on the phone, and I'm like, nothing, nothing. And I'd be so disappointed in me.
Mhm.
And then everyone, of course, who doesn't make it, oh, it's a work. That stuff doesn't mean anything. And I'm like, yeah, it's a work. So is winning a title. So is being hired. You're working. Like,
Yeah.
what do you mean? And then like my Facebook's open literally right now with their thing. So I click your link, and I'm looking at the 499 header on my page still.
Yeah.
And I put it on my gear for a while, you know?
Wow.
And like I had a cool t-shirt idea because I've been Foxx Vinyer since 1999
Mhm.
when I was 14 years old playing WWF Attitude on PlayStation.
Yeah.
I used to be Poison Wrestling in the backyard, but I was like, no, I want to be a new name. I made it Foxx Vinyer. So I had the shirt, and it says 499 because I just came 49, and it said like there was a little since on top of the 99, and then an ever under the four.
Yeah.
It was a since 99, forever 499,
Wow.
and it was and like the and they had like a Fox logo. It was all multicolored, but I never made it because it cost like $50 a shirt to make.
Yeah.
But it's just a cool concept of it. And I remember just like being so depressed about not making it year after year. Like, what the hell do I have to do
Yeah.
to do this? And it was in 2019. I got home from somewhere, maybe a show, because it was late.
Yeah.
I pull into my parking lot, and if I look at somewhere, maybe if I can find try to screenshot and give you the thing.
Yeah.
But like I think it was Dan Murphy who was writing for him at the time, was like, hey, I need a little bit of a bio from you. You're going in the 500. And I sat in my car, eyes wet,
Mhm.
because it was like I just accomplished something I've always wanted to accomplish.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's not to others, it's nothing big or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But like on my wall, I have the the page in
Yeah.
a frame. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Of
Like
course.
I didn't wrestle for WWE, but I did backstage stuff. There's a paycheck with my name on it.
Oh
I have
yeah.
a frame. So in 20 years, when I'm nothing,
Mhm.
I could, hey, if I have a kid someday, hey, look what dad did once. I
Yeah.
got paid by the WWE. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like it's next to my AEW ones. It's next to my SAG voucher from when I did acting stuff.
Nice.
Like I sat there and I remember I called my trainer and I was like, I did it. Like I'm in. Because he's,
Yeah.
pushed me and, you could be anything you want. Like you have it. You have it,
Yeah.
man. Like I've had a bunch of people tell me, you have it, you have it, you have it, you have it, So yeah, it was really cool. And I'm hoping that who knows, by the time this airs, I'm in it.
Yeah.
Or well, I'm not. I
Hopefully.
definitely think I have the criteria to be in it
Yeah.
for this past year. They go from July to July, I believe. So I've done NWA 8 times. I was in the 2025 Crockett Cup.
Yeah.
Um, I debuted and did some stuff with Juggalo Championship Wrestling. I won a tag team championship title.
Nice.
I've done some cool stuff that could get you in there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't make it this year though.
One of the two.
Whatever you're gonna clip, you use that
Yeah.
one.
So you
But
talk about NWA. Is there a match that stands out so far? Obviously, the Crockett Cup is iconic.
so yeah, I did the Crockett Cup. I don't know when that's gonna air. It could be airing right now.
Yeah.
But I was part of a tag team in the obviously, and they did a tag team battle royal, and then the winner automatically match or round two starts. So we're round one,
Yeah.
and it was me and Joe Acasio.
I love it.
Um, we had like I was like, yo, let's run with this team. Like I had fresh gear, fresh boots, fresh paint, fresh everything. Um, and whenever those pictures drop, they look awesome. Hopefully, there's
Nice.
one right here.
Yeah. We'll put one in there. We'll wait to edit. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so like we had like the thing. I hit the Topanga, the big power slam in the
Nice.
ring, hyped up. It's at the ECW arena.
Yeah.
So that's gonna always stand out of being a part of history. There's 8 Crockett Cups in the history of the NWA.
Mm.
My name's right there. I can
Nice.
say I was in Ring of Honor's Top Prospect tournament and the Crockett Cup.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's a cool thing. If I don't do anything else, I can always be like, "Yo, I did a little bit of something."
Yeah.
But the first match I had there um, was with me and Tim Theory. He likes to call us the Moon Rockers. We wrestled Steve Boz and Mario, the champion from Chicago,
Uh-huh.
and that was a cool match. Like, I got the win.
Hmm.
I won with the Topanga Unchained Power Slam, and since that moment, I have beat other people, Wrecking Ball, Legursky included, with that power slam. Like, who's winning with power slams out there on the scene?
Old school. I love it.
Like, just a slow, big boom, Ron Simmons.
Yeah.
And, like, the match was cool. I was stoked that the crowd
Hmm.
when the 3 count happened.
Yeah.
Oh, look at us. They went Instagram live with it, so you can go on their Instagram live and find it. I'm sure I've shared it a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Uh, I have the video somewhere because it's always something that I'd be like, yo, I did this. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's I have my foot in a door a lot of places. You know what I mean? I'm ready to just be like, here's all of me.
Yeah.
But like that was really cool. The funnest match that I had there though, me and Wrecking Ball, we were a team down in Long Island, and it's so crazy because as I was driving down there with the NWA photographer Jason, you're welcome. Got him the job. Oh, just saying, hire me. I'm driving. I go, yo, it'd be cool if like me and Wrecking Ball were a team because he just split from his tag team,
Yeah.
and I've known Wrecking Ball for pretty much my entire career. And I'm like, it would be so cool if me and him could just team up. Like, he's so big, I'm big, but not as big as Wrecking Ball, and I'm like more energy and he's power. I was like, it would be
Yeah.
so dope. And I said this to Jason in the car. I go, it would be so cool, so fetch, if I could be like his moon and just yap, 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 yap like a chihuahua around a Rottweiler to him.
Yeah.
I get down to the place and he's like, hey man, it's me and you. We're teaming tonight against these two. They're basically getting squashed. They're putting us over, yada yada. And I was like, yo, I thought about it'd be cool if we were a team and we could have did something. I might have gear. And I kind of had gear that matched him and stuff. I have a picture of him throwing me off the top rope. It's so cool.
Yeah.
But he was like, yo, it'd be really cool. Like you could be like my moon or something.
Mhm.
And I was like, what? How do we say the same exact things to each other about if we were a team?
Wow.
I was like, this ain't real. This is a simulation. Because it was so weird that the analogy of being a moon revolving around something came from both of us saying if we were a team.
That's nuts.
I was
Yeah.
like, let's put together. Somebody book it, book it, book it. Let's go to the cup. Let's do it.
Yeah.
That match was fun. Like, I got to beat full Firework, no face paint or nothing, just like, generic Steve in a singlet. I got a picture of me and Wrecking Ball um, as a team. We
Yeah.
weren't a team. We just happened to be matching, but you can use this one as a team picture.
Yeah.
And we looked good together. And I was like, this is cool. And that match was super fun, man. And like, that's all it's about. You're having fun in there with your friends
Absolutely.
wrestling. And then they had two of their green kids and they were just like having fun. Like, we're wrestling Wrecking Ball. It's pretty cool. I said, hey, I'm
Yeah.
somebody, I think, But yeah, it's just fun like that. I
So one of the final things I want to ask you, but I see it in your background. I saw it on your social medias growing up. When did collecting for you start to happen? Because I remember you collecting I remember seeing years ago Bobby Fish and Damian Priest guys you wrestled.
Yeah, I do still have Damien's right on my thing.
Nice.
In my kitchen above, I have everyone I've wrestled that I have an autograph of.
Nice.
Like there's a wrestler or interacted with as far as like on a show. Like I did a thing with Big Time. It was either big, yeah, it might have been Big Time or Northeast. I think Big Time, where Brett like called me a piece of shit for wearing pink and black.
Wow.
I was like, sign it, Brett, put it up.
Yeah.
Then I have like, like you said, Bobby Fish. I have I have one of his WWE, and then I have the other one that was from another toy company they made.
Yeah. FTC, I think.
Yeah, something like that. Because I
Yeah.
remember I got him the booking at PPW right when he got off at NXT.
Mm.
I asked PPW, can I wrestle Fish? Oh, we don't have his contact. Yes, you do. Here you go. Gave him the number, put him together. I didn't get the rest of them. But I was like, dude, it would have been cool. I had wrestling Fish fresh off at NXT. And I was like, hey, Bobby, sign these for me, please.
Mm.
And then, but I always bought figures as a kid. Of course, I opened them. My brother did not.
Yeah.
So I bought them off him. I gave him like $1,200 as he was leaving college to go to Florida. I was like, I'll give you $1,200 for your figures, man.
Wow.
And so I have a bunch of the 90s Bone Crunchers,
Oh yeah.
the Jack specific. So I have like I don't know if you remember or seen them, the signature series they have.
Oh yeah.
So I have the full sets.
Nice.
And I have a Gold Dust and a Farouk with a picture of Gold Dust and Farouk signing their figures. So it's a signature series with their actual signature on it. And I think they got a Mick Foley as well, or Mankind.
Nice.
But I have all those. I have like the Razor Diesel 2-pack that nobody can find. And then I have
You paid $1,200 for a lot of them?
Well, I gave it my brother here because he had like totes of them that we bought as kids.
Yeah.
And I was like, here, because I gave him that. I had all the wrestlers and I got all the Marvel Legends that we used to collect.
Yeah.
But like the 2001 era of Toy Biz, they had all the Marvel Legends started coming out,
Mm.
and I have full sets of them just sitting in the thing.
Yeah.
And then I have like above,
Yeah.
those are all Hogan's. It goes Hogan's, Savages, Bretts, Warriors, blah blah. And then I have Hogan's and stuff, and
Yeah.
that's just cluttered Hogan's and Bretts on that shelf. And
Yeah.
then they keep releasing a new Hogan every week, so I'm like, I gotta spend $3 on this Hogan. I guess so.
Yeah.
But yeah, I spend a lot on them, but I sold a little bit here on that one website that you can, but I was like, too much hassle doing it.
Yeah.
I feel like I sent them, and I'm sorry for the people. I hope you got them without damage. I just put them in the one envelope or a cereal box and then put them in. And like, you can't get paid until they get your item.
Yeah.
And then it's like, what if they never say you got it? And then you just lost your item and no money.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, cool. But yeah, now I just collect like pretty much Hogan's.
Nice.
And if I can find another Scarlet Spider, because I only found one.
Mm.
That's my favorite Spider-Man, and I want it. So I
Nice.
can open it and play with it. Or
Yeah.
if there's a Mr. T, I'll find those or collect those, because my brother is a big A-Team fan. We grew up watching the A-Team,
Mm.
and I know he doesn't really collect stuff anymore. But if I find a Mr. T or something, I'll snag it and be like, "Yeah, I got you this."
Nice.
But yeah, there's certain things you can collect here and there, but mainly Hogan's. If they give me a Hogan, I think I have all of them. Not all of them, but I just saw, the Hasbro sheets.
Yeah.
I just saw that there's one that he's wearing all the red from back in the day. I'd never even seen that before.
Yeah.
So I gotta find that. But I have like the shirtless one, this one, that one. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, Foxx Vinyer, I'm telling you, this is legit one of my favorite interviews. I want to thank you for doing this. However, I've ended every interview I've done the same now. The day you decide Foxx Vinyer's all done, you've accomplished so much in wrestling, you're not going to call it yet. But the day you decide it's all done in pro wrestling, what do you want Foxx Vinyer's legacy in wrestling to be?
That's a good question. That he could go in the ring with anybody
Yeah.
and have a good match, which is like a generic answer, but I feel like I could wrestle anybody and have a fun match.
Mm.
That I can wrestle a Ring of Honor style no-cell match. That I can wrestle an old school 80s match.
Yeah.
That I can like wrestle anyway, but most of all, that I'm not selfish. Like, if I'm wrestling you, I want you to get your shit in.
Nice. Yeah.
Like, so anyone listening, if you wrestle, have some stuff. Get 5 moves of doom, and then put them in the thing.
Yeah.
Because, like, what do? Let's do it. I will sell my ass off. I'll bump for nobody who's in the crowd watching.
Yeah.
If you're trying to get footage, I've said it to people, hey, man, even if you just want footage, let's go have WrestleMania. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm here, I'm getting paid, even if it's 20, 30, 40, 150, 200.
Yeah.
Whatever the envelope will be, depending on if I'm friends with the people or whatever. Like, I'm here to wrestle. Like, let's wrestle.
Yeah.
Have some fun. You got stuff you want to get in, let's get it in. I'll make it look good, because that's what I know I'm good at.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And listen to my music if you want to, like any Limp Bizkit rap and guitar stuff, and me rapping or auto-tune singing, because I have a terrible voice. But I make it work, brother!
Nice. Foxx Vinyer, man, thank you for everything. I told you, I met you when I was like 12, 13, and now I'm 20, man, getting an interview with me. It doesn't feel real, so thank you, man.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Fox, for doing this, and thank you, everybody, for watching this episode. This was Best for Business.
Thank you for watching this episode of Best for Business. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, because this is Best for Business.